Okay, so now what I want to do. Again, I haven't done a big job of detailing this. I'll take that some time later and do that. What I want to do is, actually, the shell should have been actually on the shell piece. Anyway, whatever. I want to get this back to Maya. So first thing I need to do, let's go down to the lowest subdivision level on my body, and my texture goes to hell. I'm just going to go into Z plugin, and there's something in here called UV Master. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go and hit unwrap. Boop! And it just unwrapped my UVs for me. This is the simple way. I've got a way that's fairly simple. I have to show you a few tricks, though, to do it. And I'm just skipping over that, giving you simple. Check over here, UV map, morph UV. Yeah, it just laid out my UVs for me. And I could spend some time horsing around with that, but, you know, if you want to look, you can find stuff on the internet, otherwhere, to go and do finer tuning on this. But, yeah, anyway. So, I'm going to go up to the highest subdivision level now. Okay, I'm hitting D on my keyboard. And, oh, this is going to put me around 8 million. Okay, great, good. And I'm going to go into this section here where it says texture map. And I'm just going to go ahead, hit create, new from Polypaint. And it thinks, done. And we see there is my new UV map. Actually, that kind of looks weird. Whatever. And I want to go and make a displacement map from all my sculpting and all the detailing I put on this. I didn't actually put a lot on this one here. Remember, I just don't want to go and do that right now. I'm just going to go down to my lowest subdivision level. So you can see in geometry here, I'm at the lowest subdivision level again. And I'm going to go over here to displacement map, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit create disp map, and it thinks for a second. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Come on, just a little bit faster. Oh, and it did it. I was staring up at the upper corner. It was already done. And there's my displacement map. Again, I didn't put much detail on here, so I didn't get a big displacement map. And if I want to make a normal map, I just hit create normal map, and it does the same thing. And I stare up at the upper corner, and then suddenly, magically, ba-boom! Normal map is done. I particularly don't necessarily like the normal maps that come out of Zbrush, but it's still a normal map. Okay, I'm happy, and I know it. And I can do this for each one of the pieces. Remember, things like if I went and I switched to my legs, and I think I should go down to my lowest subdivision level. You take a look, I don't have, if I go to UV map, morph UV, a nice job, man, very nice job. Good UVs. If you just hit Z plugin and you hit unwrap, whoop, done, and there's the UVs for my legs. I don't have any texture on them right now. Looks like drumsticks. But it did it really fast. Okay, I'm just going to take my body and I'm going to move my pieces out of here. Okay, if I go ahead, I've selected the body, just hit Alt to select it. I'm in the lowest subdivision level. And you could hit Go Z to get you back to Maya. But what I like to do is I like to hit Export. And I like to export as an MA. And right now I'm in, it's going to source images. I'm happy and I know it. Okay, good. Beetle body 1. Great. Save. And so I've just exported it as an MA. If I go to Maya, and let's get rid of this. Let's bring Maya up. Boop. There. And just for the hell of it, let's just get rid of the stuff we're not using here. I'll just get rid of it. No. And I'm just going to import in my body again. File, import, and I'm getting messy. Right now I'm in scenes. Okay, I put it into the source image folder. The reason I did that is because it brought all the textures with it. So there's all, you can see on my TIFFs, the displacement map, the normal map, and the texture map are all just sitting there. So if I grab my body and I hit this one here, MA, import, boop, there's my body. All the texture maps are already hooked up for me, and now they're all sitting in the source image folder at the same time. So I like that. And if you were to render it right now, if you do get an error, you'll notice it's because you don't have Mental Ray on. Okay, but if I do this and I render, okay, I'm in software. That looks tasty. No, it looks a bit crunchy. Now you'll see that any of these little details and modeling things I've done are showing up in my displacement map. If I put on the alpha, you can see I've got a nice silhouette. Okay, great. So there, it's all hooked up for me. So that's how I'm going to bring my beetle in. If I go back to the ZBrush and I switch to my legs, And I didn't do any details of my legs, but I'll just export them anyway. Yeah, I didn't do anything. Whatever, just so you get the idea. Legs, MA, boop. And then maybe I'll grab my eyes. I've overrun my eyes. Alt, click. And I do have my eyes selected, right? It's hard to say. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Export. And I go over and I export them as NMA files. And I might grab my shell, and I'll do the same thing. Export. I should have laid out my UVs, just even for these ones here. If I go in, see plugin. I don't think actually I did smooth them, didn't I? Let's take this down to the lowest subdivision level on Rapola. Again, test them out, check it, make sure I'm not lying to you. Morpha UVs. My UVs are laid out kind of. Actually, I probably might lay them out better in Maya in some respects, but anyway. I find it's best to cut up your UVs in Maya and then bring them over here and then use the UV master on it. Although in Maya 2015, the Unfold 3D button is freaking amazing. Anyway, export, shell, boop. Good, done. And if I go back to Maya and I want to bring these things in, file, import, and I'm bringing in MA files, so I just keep looking, and what have I got? I got an eye. I or you. File, import, and I bring in my legs, import, file, import, and I bring in my shell. But I should have textured all this stuff, but I didn't just because I'm trying to go fast. And that's my way of bringing things into Maya. Now, one more thing you might want to do is, since we're rendering a mental ray, you know, the blend, she just ain't all she's cracked up to be, you know. So I'd like it if I was using an MIA shader. So what I'm going to do is if I take a look at my body, look at my body. I'll just hide that reference layer. I didn't need to bring the reference layer because it really hasn't changed at all. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll hit that graph materials unselected objects button. La 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 la. And there is the shader network that came over because I used an MA. Okay, it's all hooked up. But maybe, let's see, I don't want to use that bleen. No bleen. I don't want the shader group. No shader group. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look over here under Mental Ray Materials, and I have a rather fond affection for the MIA material X passes. And I'm just going to truck this down here. And you might notice if I want the shading group, there, MIA, middle click, drag, boonk, and pop it down into here. Okay. And if I double click on it, I get this, and I can see there's my surface material, the MIA. You might not notice that it's hooked up here in surface material. It's probably hooked up in the mental ray section here. There you go. Okay. We don't want to go there. I don't want to confuse you right now, so I'm going to leave that alone. But I do want to hook up the displacement map. Actually, just hold on a second. Do they have an extra slot in here for the displacement map? They do. I don't want to go there. Whatever, I'm just going to hook it up here. Boop. There, let's do that. I middle click, dragged onto the word. Boop, the displacement map is now there. And I can put my MIA material on here. Actually, you might have noticed a second ago that that was green. Okay, as soon as I middle click, drag this and pop it on, then it's not green anymore. It's now got the MIA shader on it. The MIA shader, MIA material X passes. If I go in here, there's diffuse section, there's color, so I can put my color map on. Bing, boink, there. Nice. And if I want to put on my, now I'm forgetting something. Boom. I'm going to put on my bump map. And, oh, suddenly I've forgotten the difference between these two. Hold pause. Okay, I'm back. I'm just going to put this on the standard bump. So if I just middle click, drag it, boink. You'll even see that this got a little normal thing. 10 space normals hooked up already. Great. And actually, I think the MIA shader, when I think about it in Maya 2015, comes in with some reflections on. Okay, I might turn that down or have it very subtle. Okay, and like give it a bit of glossy action so it's a bit spread out. Okay, great. And just to double check and make sure I'm not lying to you, we'll just render it out. And it looks like it's working. I might actually bring that spec value down or spread it out a bit more with glossiness. But whatever. There it is. It's working. And I'd have to do that with each one of my objects that I bring back. And that's it. That's how to get back to Maya. And also, too, the mental array subdiv approximation is on 3 subdivisions here, so that it'll smooth it 3 times at the time of rendering. And that gets into a bunch of technical information that I'm trying to skim over, because this is just supposed to be a simple thing. Anyway, that's it for now, and then we're going to start to rig!